go, guys. I just didn't have enough time today. Tide came in on me way too fast. Been enjoying the day though. Let's steer. It worked. I've got a few bugs I'm gonna have to work out though. So it was just running out of time. I couldn't do no video footage. So it is what it is. Like I said, I ran into a few problems, but I don't know, all in all it's a good test. The turbo tubing right now is working pretty good. I'll do some footage when I get home, throw the dredge off a little bit. Anyhow, I'm gonna have to start steering, so talk to you later.
Well, there she is. There's the long tom on the Razor's Edge barge. It worked. It worked. Had a few snafus, but let's kind of go over some of the details I've got going here. Let's see. Let me just put this on tripod here for a minute and then pick up a couple of tools. Well, let's just go ahead and show some of it. So I got my 3-inch hoses. High banking is going to be a lot more work because 3-inch hose stretched across, that's 50 feet. I'd need 150 feet of it. That stuff's very heavy. I've got my bell reducer, darned expensive bell reducer. I probably should get another one and actually just put an end on it that I can just go ahead and go right off the pump, right directly to 2-inch. It's a thought. Haven't thought about it that much though. Some of the interesting things I did is I went ahead and I took a hole sawed out a little round circle, use that other one and go underneath it, and gives me a little tie down. It also gives me a way to take and stack the one box on top of the other. Something else for you guys, if you're going to have extensions out there, go ahead and always drill you a few extra holes right along the top edge for your wing nuts and put you extra bolts in there. I only need 2, and I got 4 on each side. The box didn't, without the lid, that 4-inch system would have erupted fluid everywhere. But the lid did keep it contained. Now my matting did get it slid on me the first time and it choked the hole off. So when it choked the hole off, I couldn't get nothing. And then I also forgot to take and get me some hog rings to go ahead and just kind of hog ring the 3 separate mats, or 2 more joints basically. So my mats kept sliding out, so that was kind of a bummer on me. I didn't have no time to work on this today. The power tube system worked pretty good. Now let me dig some of the stuff off of there and I'll show you that. Okay, here's kind of what I wanted to show everybody. So my intake system from the pump down to here, I went ahead and I hard lined it out so that I'd always be down here in this area. It's 4-inch. And then I drilled a whole huge series of 1-inch holes, and then I wrapped the whole thing with the 1/8-inch screen, and I put the bilge pump in the middle of the back end of it so I can fill my high pressure pump with water. Ideally what I should have done, if I could have found one, is put a flapper valve right here. But I can't find one that would fit, not one locally. I've showed you guys before the turbo tube. Now it just goes up from the pump to there and steering it. I charge my battery up, deep cell marine battery. My pump is on a little switch. Bilge pump's on a switch. Oops. Turn the main power off. Be smart. Can't think of much else. And the other problem that happened this weekend is I thought I found a cameraman, but that didn't happen either. I don't know, I'm still running into problems with the cameraman, finding somebody to give me a hand. But I'm pretty happy with it. When I was actually pumping the sands, this whole area right here was flat full. And then when I was coming down, when the pump, I would say the water was almost that deep. By the time it hit the end of the first mat, it was probably that deep. So a good 1.5 inches above the mat. But by the time I got to the very end down here, at the end of the sluice box, it was probably only about 1 inch above what the matting would have been. Even at the last mat is only just a UR mat. So the sand processing and the water processing as it went down the length of that sluice, I think is going to work out just fine. It is a lot of water and a lot of material to be running, so hopefully with any kind of luck it's going to work. Hey everybody, how you doing, man? Well, here we go again. We finally did a test. It wasn't exactly the test I wanted to, but well, it was the test I wanted, but I knew that I would not get enough time to actually run and get good material. The dirt that I have is probably not going to have very much gold in it because it's only, you know, maybe 35-gallon buckets of sand at best. You know, when it was finally running good, not much material. Actually went through it. I had multiple problems. I didn't have enough time to actually run the camera because I was fighting the tide, but I wanted to get the test in just to see the water flow rating. Here's the cons out of, okay, the first mat is actually just the header mat, right there at the header. It's only like 2.5 foot long before it curls up and everything. One of the problems it did is slid down and it choked it off. It acted like a dam. It had water pouring all over the damn place. But of course I was on the beach. Okay, so I'll fix that problem. And then you got mat number 1, which is the longest mat. Mat number 2, mat number 3. Okay, so the very last mat plus all the tailing from washing. You know, when I got home I went ahead and I pulled the first mat out first. And the top sluice boxes, since I put it up on top, it was empty, so I flushed it all out clean and just poured it all into that bucket. And then I got the rest of the mats out of there and I poured everything was on the actual aluminum under the matting, poured it all into that bucket. Okay, and the final matting. Now that bucket is the second one that goes from right about there to right about there. And this one here is the mat that goes all the way, the longest one, from there up to the header box. And there's the header. So, kind of see there's hardly no material in what is in there. Very heavy black sands. But that's where the water is rushing the hardest. It's all boiling into this. This is my boil box water. Mat number 1 probably got most concentrates, but it's also the longest matting. Mat number 2, and of course mat number 3 with all the washout. So I put fresh water in the multi-sluice. I got everything working. I got the bilge pump, I got a screen separator, I got the siphon tube from one to the other, the bucket flare, gold cube, and then the multi-sluice at the top. One of the things I try to do, everybody's going to wonder what this is. This is going to be Ray's little helper on this high banking sooner or later once I figure out the final system. There'll actually be 2 pumps. One pump's going to be operating this, and one pump's going to be operating the dredge. Okay, let's go ahead and run. And 4 buckets of sand and see if we get any gold. Well, ain't a whole lot to brag home to Mama about. Let's see if this thing will focus. A wee bit of gold right there and a piece of lead. There ain't darn much. Pretty pathetic. But then again, this is only probably maybe 15 to 20 buckets. I didn't have no time. I had no time out there on the beach. No time. The tide was coming in. It was coming in hot. Oh. We'll put the washer mat in a gold pan and see what happens. Wow. Well, look at there. There's a wee bit of lead in that son of a gun. Huh. Well, there's lead. There might be gold. I'll pan it down some more. I know there's gold in it. Well, there it is. It's really not too bad. I can almost take that as that's an okay pan. Considering there's not that, I didn't get to run hardly no time. Not a bad pan. There's not a gram. There might be a gram, maybe. I doubt it. Anyhow, good day. All in all, it was a success. I'm happy with it.